Hi, this is Mohammed Sadiq. In this series of Tableau, first we'll see about the necessity of data visualizations. Okay, fine. Now, what is data visualization? Data visualization is a process of converting your raw data into an easily understandable information, which can be further converted to a graphical charts, with the help of which we can take a better and effective decisions for a better business. The purpose of data visualization is used to analyze the data in a better way, faster decision making. So with the help of this particular graphs, so we can make a better decision or faster decisions. Okay. And a simplification of the data. So when you see this particular raw data, it becomes very difficult to understand. But the same data, when you see it in the form of a graphs, in the form of visuals, so it becomes very easy to analyze a lot of data in a single picture or a single graph. Okay, fine. Now, see, here I've just taken an example. On the left-hand side, you can see that we have some Excel, that is a raw data. So which is just like, a lot of data is there. Okay. And with the help of which it becomes really very difficult to analyze, take some kind of a decisions. But on the right-hand side, we see that we have different types of visuals. We have a bar chart, geographic charts. We have a line charts where we are able to analyze the trend analysis. We also have a pie chart. Okay. So with the help of which we can do a kind of a comparisons, like, okay, when you talk about this particular bar chart, so we can see like, this is representing the subcategory wise sales. From this raw data, we have taken the subcategory wise, so which is showing the summarized value. So where we can see that, phones and chairs, they have been a very outlier value. They have done extremely very good. But at the end of the day, you can see the phones are standing in the top. So that means, okay, it has done the higher sales than the chairs. Okay. And then we have a storage and the tables and how they have been performing the sales. So this is, we are easily able to analyze it from this particular raw data. So like, which particular subcategory has done a better sales, where we have done lower sales. We have a geographic chart here. So with the help of this particular geographic chart, so we are able to analyze each state-wise how they are being performed. So we can see here, there are some kind of a states where we have a high intensity colors. So that means the states which have the high intensity colors, they are like high sales. The low intensity colors are low sales. That means we understand the California, Washington, they have something like, the colors of more high intensity, and New York and all these things. So they are little high sales, and Texas and all these things. So we see that in the Western region, Washington, California and Washington have higher sales. And in the South region, we see that Texas has done higher sales. And when you see the East region, we have the high sales from the, the New York region. And we see that other states, like, the intensity of the color is very light. That means they have a lower sales. So we can analyze this particular information. So geographically, the state-wise, and that state belongs to which particular region, what is the neighboring region, how they have been performing. So we are able to analyze this. Okay. Now, the same way, we have this particular line chart here. So again, from the same data, we have converted this to a line chart. So where we can, area chart rather, it's a filled line chart. So where we can see the lines, okay, the areas which is just going up and down. It is like, month-wise how the sales are happening. So, okay, the first month, how it happened. Second month, there was again dip. Again, the third month, there was a kind of a peak raise, and then again the kind of an average sales, and there is a kind of a raise on every year, and you can see there is a kind of a peaks here. And the start of the year, the sales are low. At the end of the year, we see the sales are high. And we also see that during this particular 4 years of time, so how this particular the sales have been increased. So we can see that particular trend line says, like, the sales what was there in 2018 to 21, there is a kind of a progress growth what has happened. So we are able to analyze this particular information. So we call this the trend analysis we can do, okay, with the help of visuals. Now here I have taken a pie chart, okay, is one of the visualization. So mainly we use this particular pie chart is when you want to see the individual values, okay, contribution for the grand total. Okay, so whatever the total sales is there, how much percentages of the sales is being contributed by the consumer segment, how much sales is contributed by the corporate segment, how much is contributed to home offices. So you want to get those kind of analysis. Yeah, with the help of this, easily we can come to know that consumers have done more than half of the sales. Okay, and we can see the home office less than the quarter of the sales. Okay, from 18 to 20% of the sales. We can see 30% of the sales is done by the corporate segment. So that is what a kind of a rough analysis we can get it with the help of this one. And then, yeah. Now, Tableau is one of the tools with the help of which we can really create a lot of visualizations, with the help of which we can easily understand the data, okay, for a better decision making. So it is one of the widely used tool which is used in the business intelligence industries. Okay, there are many popular data visualization tools. Tableau is there. We have a Power BI. We also have a ClickView. These are some of the very popular data visualization tools. That means all these particular tools or many other tools are also there with the help of which we can do the data visualization tool. But we'll try to understand why we use a Tableau, why Tableau is in more trending. Okay, we see the Tableau and Power BI, they are in a big trending, okay, when it comes to the data analysis and data visualization purpose. So the main reason here is the Tableau is lightweight and it has a better performance than the other BI tools. Okay, since it is a lightweight and it works much faster. It's a very user-friendly. Mean to say is when you're working with this and you want to create a data visualizations, so it is almost like an Excel skills. Okay, so if you are well versed with Excel, pivot tables, and the charts and all these things, so here we have something similar, kind of a drag and drop tools with the help of which we can create the the visuals, dashboards, and all these things can be created and connect to many different types of data sources. So now again, in the business intelligence industry, what happens? The data is available on the different types of data sources. It might be the file systems, it might be database servers, or it might be the cloud servers or anything. So now Tableau is one which can connect to many number of data sources. I can say more than 70 plus different data sources it can get connected. And other thing is Tableau can connect even to a data sources which is very heavy, like large data sets. Yeah, it supports. Okay, that is one more reason why people are going for the Tableau. Okay, apart from that, with the help of the Tableau, we can really create an interactive dashboards. Interactive dashboards is, a dashboard is what? Is nothing but a collection of visuals, which we'll be seeing in the coming sessions. Okay, and when you select a particular region, so I want all those particular sales values, all the measurable values to be shown only for that particular regions. Okay, that can be done. And once you have created this particular dashboards, and we also have a storyboard here. So with the help of this particular dashboards and whatever the sheets you've worked, so you can explain to your business managers with the help of the story. Within the dashboard, that is a live presentation can be done. And so once you have done it, so we need to share it to the clients, where we have to share it with the individuals or organizations. For that, we need to publish it. So Tableau also gives you features of publishing this particular report or the dashboard that you have created to the Tableau server, and that then it can be shared with the different organizations or the clients to whom you want this reports to be shared with. Okay, fine. So next is, I said it supports many different types of data sources. Some of the different types of data sources. It supports the text data sources. Text is like file system. Rather, it can be a CSV file. It can be a JSON file. Okay, XML file. Yeah, it supports. It supports the Excel files. You can see maximum people work on Excel when it comes to our data works. Okay, and when you have the data in Excel, yeah, Tableau supports read the data from the Excel. So multiple sheets of the Excels can be read. Databases. So we know that the databases like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, so they allow us to store a large amount of data with a more organized of relational database with multiple tables and all those things. Yeah, the Tableau supports connecting to those particular data sources and extracting the data from those particular tables, what is there in those data sources or the views and things. It also helps you to connect to big data, jet database engines like Access database, or even the databases which is stored on the cloud. Okay, the Amazon cloud, or it might be Azure cloud. Okay, so cloud databases and all these things, yeah, it can support. Okay, now the next thing is, see, when you're working with this particular Tableau, so Tableau comes out with different products, different editions of the software that I can see. We have some products for the developers, and we also have products for sharing the report. So in the developer, we have it for called as the Tableau Desktop and the Tableau Public. So when I say Tableau Desktop is actually a paid version used by the enterprises, which has all the features what is required for the developers in extracting the data, doing the transformation on that particular data, connecting to what I say, many different types of data sources, and even working with the direct query. That means if you have a large amount of data on the servers, like SQL servers or Oracle servers and things, so it is not feasible to import the data and then to work on it. So helps you to work with the direct queries. Okay, and also it has the features of sharing, publishing the report to the Tableau server. But when it comes to a Tableau Public is a free version. So when I say it's a free version, that means it's a version which is mainly used for the learners, okay, people who want to learn Tableau. So they don't have to invest in buying the licensed software. So they can go with the Tableau Public, which is completely free of cost. So since it's a free of cost, okay, it supports almost all the features as the desktop supports. So as the point of visualizations and things, but it has some limitations. The limitations are it can connect only to a limited data sources, like mainly it supports only to the file systems like Excel file, CSV file, JSON file, and so on. It cannot support to servers and things. Yeah, Tableau Public, we cannot work with the direct query. So we always have to work with the import. So that means the direct query we use when the data is very large. So since it's for learning purpose, yeah, so you can try out some kind of a limited amount of data. You can work with the file systems, Excel or CSV data, you can read, and then you can work with that. Okay, so there are some kind of limitations, and apart from that, when it comes to a Tableau Public, you cannot save the file locally to your hard disk, and you can save only to the Tableau Public Cloud. Whereas in the desktop, so we have the option of saving the data to your local file as well as Tableau Private Cloud. Okay, fine. This is about the developer products. Now, when it comes to a sharing, so we have a Tableau server, reader, and online. So mainly we use this particular server is, okay, you want to publish this report to the server so that you can give an access for the end users to work with this particular data. Okay, it's a sharing tool. So it is mainly used at the enterprise level. Okay, so where you can share the reports and the end users can access this particular reports, or we can just create a link and we can share it to the individual organizations. Tableau Reader. So as the name only says, reader, this is a addition. There's one other product of Tableau, so which is mainly used for viewing the reports. Okay, so the end user, they just want to view the reports. They don't want the features of editing this particular worksheet or anything. They just want as a viewing. So it's a kind of a cost-effective kind of things, I can say. So it's used only for reading purpose. And we have a Tableau Online. So Tableau Online is something like, your whatever the reports you have created, whatever the dashboards you have created, you are hosting it on the cloud, and you're working on the cloud. The workbooks can be edited and can be worked on the cloud. Online we can work. Okay, these are the different products of Tableau. So mainly, as we go on in the session, we'll be learning with the Tableau Publics, as it supports almost all the features as that of the desktop. Only it has some limitations of connecting to servers, okay, database servers, and also you cannot save the file locally, but it has all the and direct query cannot work. So since we are learning, so we will use this particular Tableau Public, and we'll try to learn in the coming sessions about the Tableau. Okay, thank you everyone.